sun hidden for the moment. However, it's trying to work out of this first inning jam. One run across for the Braves against the right-hander service. And the new batter stepping to the plate, Jordan Carlson. So 2 down. Runner at second was Cole Pengley. Foul ball. Pengley out at second, trying to get a second run across. Pitch is 2 away, a 1-2-3 top of the first, and now 1 run across on 2 hits. Runner out at second. Trying to build a second run. This is off the end of the bat. Will it stay up or bloop? And it will stay up indeed. Final out of the inning, but not before a run comes across on the aforementioned 2 hits. No errors. A runner left on, and through 1, it's a 1-0 lead for the Braves. So back to work here for Gregerson. A 1-2-3 first, 2 ground outs, a strikeout. It's going to be Eric Getch, Nate Colling, and Brady Service. And shade for the moment. Braves now taking the field with the 1-0 lead. And we are pleased to be putting the headsets on with Don Mitchell once more. So that'll be for the foreseeable future here in this top of the second. Looking for the first hits here, it's the Islanders. Eric Getch, third baseman, trying to become the team's first base runner. Still no wind. A double helped score the first run. And a grooved over fastball for a strike, 0-1 to give the Braves the lead here. Looking for a 7th win, a 4th league win. Again, a little bit more games underneath the belt as opposed to their visitors. So that's going to be a quick 0-2, and we might have a quick inning, but we are here with Don Mitchell. So, Don, pleasure to talk to you for a second time.
Yes, good to see you again.
Yes, and another great stop here on the Town Ball Tour.
You know, we love coming to these Town Ball Tour cities, towns. They're beautiful. The people come out, and then you not only learn about the baseball history, you get to meet the people. I met Lon Berberich. He was amazing, newly into the Baseball Hall of Fame, the Amateur Baseball Hall of Fame. Also met Mike Feeney. So I feel like I've met kind of baseball royalty here from Sueur. And we learned how to say Sueur.
Yes. It's I've heard multiple different pronunciations, what makes it very tough, but I'm going to go with what you just dropped.
Yeah, all of the people that are from here, grew up here, they say Sueur. So I have been convinced.
We just had a local before the game who told us that way back in the day it was French for Le Soir. I don't know if he was messing with us or not, but it was at least a story worth hearing.
That would have been a fun way to open up the broadcast, right? Le Soir. Huh?
Le Soir. Well, you know what? I have learned in the Midwest that if you take like a French name and you really don't pronounce it French at all, that's how we say it here in the United States, right? So I'm going with that. I like Sueur.
Yes.
It's our second foreign named town pronounced differently, New Prague instead of New Prague.
I was victim of New Prague when I first got here. I was indeed. And then, gosh, when I was in Milwaukee, I had the same issue. I think I said, ooh, Dubois. They go Dubois. And Desplaines. So, not Desplaines.
Yeah, I don't even want to recollect what my first try at Matabidi was. That's in for a strike. We did have a strikeout, and so that's the second here for Gregerson. Getch goes down. That was looking. And now here's the DH. It's Nate Colling. So, yeah, it's a little humid, but it's really nice when you get this shade, and a bouncer pulled foul.
Well, I met a really nice woman named Nancy, and she had a T-shirt on that said, "Rain, rain, go away." So I said, "You're the one."
Right.
Because apparently it rained earlier today. Kind of the gnats came out in full force because of that. But then there was the breeze, and now it's just kind of a little muggy, but
Right.
we can't ask for better weather, right? Especially with all the rain we've had.
Yeah, I saw some rain on my way down here, but luckily it got done in time for our 7:30 start. Tight zone. It's been called both ways. That'll be ball one. He wanted his third punch out. 1-2, 1 away. Alongside Logan Anderson, I'm Dylan Corbin. We're with Don Mitchell here. And the pitch home, as the Braves have this lead, is fouled back. Crazy to think how many stops we've already had, and the summer it's here and it might be gone.
I know. Right when you see it, you're like, wow, we've got a full docket, and then next thing you know, there's 2 more games left.
Right.
And that's just kind of crazy. And just the years that have gone by, and just the groundswell of support, shall I say, from all the towns, people like really eager, and they even start emailing us now like, can you put our town on the map for next year? So, and once you go, and you guys probably feel this, the towns never let you go. One of my first teams I covered was Young America, and it was amazing. The Cardinals out there, and they're still like, hey, how are you? You're one of us, one of the originals.
That's a nice pick here at first base, so that's going to preserve the 5 up, 5 down, as 2 have gone way of the punch out. Every other has gone via infield ground out. First to the right side now, as this will be the opposing pitcher, and looking for another 1-2-3 frame. This might be quick, but of course everything's different. 1-0 lead for the Braves, and a first pitch swing and foul.
Whenever you say it's quick, it goes fast. It goes long, right? You know that.
I was just going to say, every stop that we've had on this year's tour has shown out in the town, and especially, here at Sueur, it hasn't probably been a great summer for them with all the rain and some of the flooding in the area, and to see them be out here and support their team is awesome.
And I think I take joy out of the smaller towns, too, that aren't as, shall we say, big when it comes to town ball. I know they're all small towns, but there's bigger ones in the smaller portion, shall we say. And I just like it because they're like, you're hearing stories about, when their great-grandfather played, and, what used to be out in left field, and what school I used to go to. I love that stuff.
Yeah, we're actually right next to the high school and middle school here, and this has to be the biggest town we've been to, right?
New Prague, probably.
Okay, I wasn't here for
You
that.
weren't there for that one.
Sense. Gibbon was the last time we chatted, and
That's
that one
right.
that'll resonate with me. All of a sudden, it's a small town, you take a left and you're right, you're like, is that on the outskirts? Nope, it's right dab smack in the middle
Just
of town.
drops right in.
And then everyone was
And
there.
everyone was there. It was fantastic.
That'll do it for the perfect game no-hitter. It was short-lived, but not without a good, impressive start. 5 up, 5 down, but now that's broken up by the opposing pitcher. A single up the middle.
I hope I'm not a jinx.
No,
Okay,
too early for that.
just making sure.
Too early. I always keep tabs, though. We see less and less of them nowadays, especially the perfect game. We had a darn near no-hitter back in Piers. Right?
7 perfect innings.
That's right. That was crazy.
And then they almost lost.
Yeah. We've had some great
Just to
ball
make
here.
it interesting for you, right?
That's the thing with these town ball games. So many of them have wild swings. We saw one end on like a 7-3-2 double play with some overthrows, and maybe not the cleanest baseball, but very dramatic and fun to watch.
What I really did love when we were in Gibbon is to see the home teams that are enjoying just a swell of the crowd and really perform. And then they were so far ahead, I think it was 10-1 or something like that, that they could actually enjoy it too while they're still in the game, you know, rather than be focused. And that was fun for that team.
They had the lumber mill out in right field. Yeah, that was a cool ballpark.
Yeah.
All have been very cool. We just came from Elko, a little bit easier parking here, but man, that place showed out. This place has showed out. They're kind of draped down the left field line. We got the grace of a little bit of seclusion here down the right field line. Nice little box to ourselves. Can't complain.
And one of the things I love about this ballpark that they did during the renovations.
Runner takes off. Throw is not in time.
Oof.
So we're going with just the one umpire here today, if I'm not mistaken. I was looking for our man on the base paths, and it looks like everyone's looking towards the guy at the home. So he made the call, safe. Tough angle. I would have,
Sure.
This is the part where we thank all umpires with our state and nationwide official shortage.
During a shortage, no kidding.
He's doing a good job.
He should be getting paid double. 2-2 here after the wild pitch advanced the runner. So that's a tying run. This 1-0 lead for the Braves, and trying to pick up their first run. This will be bounced in the dirt. This is Sam Ebert trying to bat in his pitcher.
Couple tough at-bats from Gaylord here. You know, working counts, getting this pitch count up. I know the first couple struck out, but, you know, working deep counts even when they strike out like that.
That'll end the inning, but yeah, they'll strand that runner at second. They do get in the hit column. It's courtesy of their own pitcher who's set to take the mound once more. Brody Service is down a run, but not out with the bottom of the half of the second to play. So a little bit of momentum here for the visiting Gaylord Islanders as they'll send their righty who's got the lone hit for him in Service, and he'll deal with the middle of the Braves lineup. Don Mitchell here with us. This is the Town Ball Tour. We're in Sueur, home of the Braves, who are up 1-0 after an inning and a half.
Well said on the Sueur.
Thank you.
You're a quick
Thank
learn. You are a quick learn. Before we went to break, I was noticing if you look out in the left field, when they kind of did renovations to this ballpark, it's kind of a tribute to Fenway Park. They have their own green monster, which I don't know. I love Cambria, but like I think maybe Jolly Green Giant should sponsor it. But it's 19 feet high and 90 feet long, and just one of the renovations that they made. And Mike Feeney I was talking to, he said loves the Twins, but also was a fan of the Boston Red Sox. So he didn't even know that happened, so it makes him love this field even more.
Have you ever been to the park in Blue Earth?
No.
Has that ever been part of the Town Ball Tour?
No.
The giant statue of the Jolly Green Giant that they have there is in, like, just beyond left field.
Oh, I would love that.
Next year, maybe.
Blue Earth, Jolly
Send
Green
in
Giant.
your application.
Here we go.
Yeah, the popularity keeps on growing. Every town is showing out. It's like their own college game day, right?
Yeah,
It's
it
very
really
cool.
is. That's a great comparison.
This is going to be just foul down the line, so he'll come back and have to re-swing the bat as a little cue shot just hooked foul. And yeah, no, it's awesome. You guys set up, the big old stage there. Everyone gets going, and great setup. Great to have kind of the fans immersed with you guys, face to face.
Yeah, I mean,
Outside the living room, so to speak.
Exactly, and there's so many people that are saying, like, yes, I love baseball and I come here, but I thank you so much for doing this.
Yes.
So that's what touches my heart, that, they allow us in their living rooms.
Squared this one up more, and it's going to drop in. Really deep playing out in right field, and that's going to allow the leadoff runner and batter to reach here on the bloop single to right.
I really like the Braves uniforms as well, too.
It's kind of like the White Sox.
Yeah.
Node to them and their retro fits.
Yes.
So a runner on first after the bloop single, already the third hit for the Braves, who put one across in the first and are already thinking about doing the same here in the second. So after Novak led off with a double, they get another leadoff hit. And now here's a ball in. So back to work and base runners for service. Swing and a miss. You don't see too many zeros worn in baseball, but here is the catcher, Charlie White. And I think it should be more popular.
I agree. Now I want to find out why he wanted 0. See, that's how I tick. Like, okay, what made him want that? Just like when you see double zeros in basketball.
Yep.
It's like 0 people are allowed to steal second base today.
That's pretty good. I don't think I can recall a single MLB player with the number 0 off the top of my head.
Yeah, I can't either.
I'm just always thinking of Gilbert Arenas for basketball, but now 0's become more popular. They're
Right.
going to try and turn 2, and they got a real good shot at it. He's stretched, no, and they say because of the stretch, he pulled his foot off the bag. It was a bang-bang play regardless. Good hustle there from the catcher. And he'll save an out, so to speak. Just 1 out on the play. Again, our umpire comes back from his crouched position immediately and has to make that bang-bang play call. And I think he made the right one. So fielder's choice sets up 1 out, and now Brandon Colbert. These guys are swinging happy. Chance at 2 again. This time a real good chance. And again, oh, good hustle at the last. He almost stuck his nose out like a horse at the wire. And just got his foot down there in time.
He was really determined on that too. You're
that was the
right.
that was the description of the night.
So he's going to keep it going again. 2 hustle plays down the line here at first are going to keep this inning alive. Let's see what they can do with it before they turn the order over. This is number 9 batter Tristan O'Brien, and a rare take on the first pitch, strike 1.
And it feels weird to just think that Town Ball Tour just about over. Shame that next week we're not going to be able to go to Springfield just because their field is underwater.
Keeping the play and inning alive indeed. It is going to be the second hit of the inning, the 4th in as many innings here in 2 innings, not yet done.
Yeah, I know that they're really trying to get the fields done, but when Mother Nature really kind of takes over, there's nothing you can do. You want it to be safe for everyone, too, and not do further damage to the field.
The silver lining is that they were able to reschedule the Eden Valley one in 2 weeks, so this isn't going to be our last stop.
That's right.
Looking forward to that. So an off week next week, and then we're right back in the saddle. Pitch low and away. So Ducks on the pond. 2 hustle plays to save what could have been 2 double plays and turn them into 2 fielders' choices instead. And then a 2-out single. And what could be here? Already a 1-0 lead for the Braves. Flared a look, but not much more than that. It's out of play.
Well, I do want to congratulate both of you guys on these streaming games. You've done such a tremendous job, and I just think it adds so much to the Town Ball Tour to have that for the actual games. for people to hear, to see, little portions of. So I think it's amazing. So kudos to both of you.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. We love being here. Kudos to you guys as well. Fox 9. I feel like this is a great partnership, and of course with Town Ball, and the ball's been great.
Yes.
We've seen some great games. And it looks like another one's brewing here. 2-1 count. Hitters count. Again, we're back at the top of the order, taking a swing. This looks like it could be trouble, if not for a leaping, rather a diving grab in right center.
Can't believe he made that.
Heck of a play. He's going to rob what should have been probably 2 runs. The Islanders center fielder, Drexler, takes away a hit and a couple of runs as we take a break after 2 on the Town Ball Tour. It's 1-0. It'll be the top of the third after 2 scoreless frames here for Gregerson. He starts work on his third, and he'll be greeted by Connor Dice. Got a pair of die in the 8-9 slot. It's Connor and Aaron Dice. And the 0-1 after a strike. Exclusive stretch worker. Pitch up. Fouled out of play. Headed towards the high school behind us here. Certainly made parking much more of a breeze. Man, it's got smoke brewing over in the concession stands in a good way. Nothing's on fire. Just some fire meats, I would imagine. Pitch up. It's going to be fouled away. Thought maybe there was a chance he held on to that. He did not. And 1 hit against. He was left stranded there at second after a wild pitch, and now the pitch home. This is a 1-hopper to second. Nice read off the bat, and that play will be made 4-3 by Colburn. So we say goodbye and our thanks to Dawn Mitchell, Logan Anderson, and Dylan Corbett with you. And the Braves a 1-0 lead. We're in the top of the third. They are utilizing their 4 hits to scrape across a run. They did strand some runners in the second. Well, it looks like they have got, and gets the call here, a pretty solid right-hander on the hill. He's just been solved once with a base hit right back where it came from.
Yeah, you don't often see a lot of real low-scoring games in town ball. You know, the pitchers are good, but, you know, they're not maybe in peak performance
And if you get to him, you get into a usually thin bullpen, but I don't know if you're going to see the bullpen the way he's cooking right here. Another ground out. The only ball that's made it to the outfield was actually on the ground. It was a single, but every other out has been strikeout or utilized by his infield, who have yet to make a flaw.
Yeah, no, I was going to say, usually you just see the ball in play a lot. You usually see the ball get hit, gets booted around a little bit. It's a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, but it's been a good, clean, well-pitched game. Early on, anyway. Plenty of time.
He's not totally pitching to contact. He's getting strikeouts. They're strikeouts looking, too. And just when they do make contact, it's soft. More times than not, outside of the seeing eye single. But this could be a blink of an eye. Top of the frame here with the 1-0 is foul tipped at the plate, 1-1. Yeah, the Rains have, been a delta blow to the Twins schedule on top of the town ball schedule, and certainly over the course of what's been a rainy start to summer.
Certainly, as the broadcasting nerds here in the booth, worth giving a nice shout out to the couple people who got their chance to do some Twins play-by-play. Sean Aronson from the St. Paul Saints got called up for a day, and Marnie Gaylord did a game of play-by-play as well. So awesome opportunities for a couple really good broadcasters.
Yeah, that was super cool to see.
If they ever want to, go down lower for the call-ups, let us know. But
well, yeah, our door will be open. We've got the 2-2 with 2 outs. Yeah, he got another one looking. Real nice pitch. And that is going to be another 1-2-3 frame. So through the order one time, just one hit against. And he's got the offense with him out in front, 1-0 through 2.5. This is the Town Ball Tour. Braves lead it 1-0. They were held scoreless in the second inning as shaking off his catcher, and now Service has his pitch, and it's out to left, but perfectly positioned and caught. Connor Dice, so first pitch swinging, almost got a hold of one. It'll just be a fly out in the books.
We have seen a lot of first pitch swings by both teams, really being aggressive out of the gate. We'll see. Maybe if they try. You said in that first inning, the Islanders kind of work some counts, but since then they've all been kind of hacking away and making good contact, just, again, not really making the pitchers work as hard as they potentially could. Another first pitch swing.
Right on cue. Yeah, no, certainly that has been, yeah, you said it, both teams. I mean, the Braves are making it that the more obvious. It's almost an oddity when they take a pitch. The 0-1. Service having issues with his catcher at least to start. Now they get on the same page, and it misses. So he shook him off and had that hard hit ball, which was an out. And then another shake off here, and he throws a ball. This time they're on the same page right away in the 1-1. No, it's more shakes. Here we go. He grooves the strike. 1-2. So the other thing is no strikeouts on this side yet. The lineup is making it tough to get swings and misses. They're putting everything in play. They've got the run. They've got 4 hits, and they've got a high fly ball deep out to right center. He just got underneath it. It'll be a few steps in front of the warning track out at the 344 mark. So a fly out retires Pengilly, and here's Ted home. Pengilly had the sac fly, and that would have had the same result should a runner have been on the paths. It is not. 2 outs, and looking for the first 1-2-3 in his own right. Service delivers ball 1. The other thing with that is he could just have a ton of pitches, right? He's going through 5 different ones. No, not this time. Maybe next time. You don't have the and this should have been made. They should have done this so long ago in the MLB. Pitch home upstairs. They've got the comms now between the pitchers and catchers, like they're a quarterback and an offensive coordinator. It just makes it's just simple communication. It makes it easier, no brainer. We don't have that luck here, but luckily these two are getting on the same page and working on a 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 though, he stays alive.
Makes me think of my favorite St. Paul Saints bit they used to do. I don't think they do it since they've been to AAA, but they would have the secret microphone on the mound when they had pitcher-catcher conversations, and they'd have a PA guy just make up a conversation like, hey, man, we're going to get tacos after the inning. Like, just random stuff. It was a great fun. I love those games.
Nothing random here, just a 1-2-3 frame for Gaylord and their righty Service. They're still in this game very much. 1-run contest. We got a pitcher's duel in Sueur as the Braves right-hander is in line for the victory should he complete 2 more scoreless frames. And a 1-0 lead backed by the only extra base hit of the game. And that was the Bryce Novak double, which led off the bottom of the first. Scored on a sac fly from Cole Pengilly, and that's been the offense. 1 hit for the Islanders here at Bruce Frank Field, and it belonged to the pitcher, Service. He's looking around looking for help here as we head through the order a second time. It's going to be 2-3-4, Grams, Rodning, and Getch. One run, 4 hits, no errors, clean defensive ball game for both sides, and there's been a lot of pitches hit into play. And also a couple of strikeouts here for Gregerson. He's got 4. 3 have been looking, which I think is always sometimes you can make a guy look real bad getting him swinging, but I think it's cool when you freeze a guy and you paint something on the corner. A bouncer, shocker, it's another ground out as he keeps pitching to contact and letting his stud Infield defensively do the work.
But he didn't swing at the first pitch.
Yes, right.
Didn't help in this case.
Well, they're trying to get to Gregerson here, solve him in any way, maybe at least up his pitch count to where they get to that bullpen, but he is on cruise control right now. Again, the only hit against him is, mean, they're going to have to get on pace to get to him. He's currently batting 6th as we have the number 3 batter here, Rodney, with 1 away. And there's a first pitch strike. I think that's also been key, whether he's getting that swing at the first pitch or they're taking it, he's still going to put it across for a strike. Getting ahead in counts. Quick worker. And that's popped out of play. Ripped pants. So, you know, end of
It's getting
season,
late in the
right,
season.
maybe, you know, that's
not going to replace him.
Next year's problem. Gregerson deals. This is looped out to left. So the second hit, this one on the fly for the first time. And second time through the order, number 3 batter Rodney is going to become the game's second base runner for the Islanders. Comes with 1 out. The first one came with 2. And let's see now. So Getch, Colling, and then Service in the hole.
Yeah, it just seems like every time they've gotten that person on first, it's been a ground ball to the middle of the infield. They get the lead runner. They can't quite turn 2, but get the lead runner 3 times, and it doesn't really matter.
Pitch missing for a ball.
This feels like a big at-bat. Needs to find a way to get somebody into scoring position. Some good contact could get the runner to third potentially, before you have sac fly in play. Just got to find a way to get on the board.
Yeah, a little bit of small ball. The infield's at double play depth up the middle, and even with the bag at third. Almost caught him napping on that pickoff. Thank goodness he was only a half step off the bag. He just tiptoed right back on. Otherwise, he could have been picked off. And now a 2-0 count, so an important at bat indeed. And so far working it in his favor here for Getch.
The other thing maybe you wonder about, do you be more aggressive trying to steal second base knowing that the umpire is going to be calling it safe from home plate?
Yeah, right.
You know, you could have the shortstop just run in front, make it hard to see. You'd have to call him safe.
And clearly Gregerson is at least a bit worried about it. Second throw over. I mean, Rodney doesn't look like he really wants to get going right now, but he is certainly drawing attention. He's the catcher. You know, there is speed at that position now, more than ever. We'll stay put for now, and this is jammed away foul.
It's remarkable how completely still every single flag at this ballpark is. None of them are even kind of rippling. You hardly ever see that. There's no wind whatsoever, especially for the giant one on the crane out in right field.
I'm hoping this stays for my golf round tomorrow. I don't know, though. This is shot out to right field. It'll be the 3rd hit of the game, 2nd of the inning. And now business starting to brew here for the Islanders. Back-to-back hits, 1 to left, 1 to right center, and a meeting on the mound.
Yeah, just a big at-bat, like we said there. Fought off some tough pitches, got it done, and now the first runner in scoring position.
Tying run in scoring position and the go-ahead run on base at first. So here we go with Service on deck, who had the first hit before this inning occurred. Now all of a sudden they're hit away from matching the total of their opponents.
Tell whoever's car alarm going off it's not that dire of a situation.
This might fall fair. It does. It's a bloop single. It's going to tie us. Oh, a little bit of luck down the line off the end of the bat, and we're locked at 1. Nate Colling.
Looks like some nice work with the sand wedge almost right there. Just perfect placement on the little bloop single.
Clearly fair. We can even see that up here. And a 1-1 tie in the top of the 4th with 1 out. And still dangers brewing. Here's the man who started things off in the hit column. And he's trying to help himself out here with the go-ahead run at second. And a swing and a foul ball. Runners on first and second, 1 out, RBI single for Colling. a wave and a miss would be a big strikeout. Oh, 2, 1 out. Pitcher v. pitcher. Gregerson's not taking ABs. And this is out to center, dropping down for another hit. That's going to be 4 straight hits. They're loaded up with 1 out. 4 straight singles for the Islanders.
In the last Town Ball Tour game that we did, that I was, I guess, should say 2 Town Ball Tours ago, in Gibbon, we saw the rare 1-2-3 double play.
Yeah,
you got the situation here again.
And things have just unraveled here after, maybe it's the even innings. He had a 1-2-3 first and third. Second, he gave up the first hit, got out of it, left him stranded. That's a foul away towards our area.
I think it's just one of those situations. They're not really hitting him hard. They're getting a lot of bloops.
Right.
I certainly don't think you panic and pull him or anything. It's a long game. You expect that you're going to have a couple hits of your own down the line. But, yeah, they're just – sometimes it's as simple as hitting them where they ain't, as the old saying goes.
Hoping to not trail for the first time after this top of the 4th. Double play would end the inning. 0-1. High, and it's eye level, 1-1. 1-1 with 1 away. Gregerson deals home. Swing and a miss. He blew the fastball by him. And 1-2. 4 punch outs so far. 5 would go a long way in this current situation. This is Ebert. And this is up the middle. Could very easily be 2. Step on the back for 1. 6 unassisted 3. Double play. And that will get them out of a jam and keep us level. So they get the tying run across. 4 straight singles help do that. But in an inning-ending double play keeps us tied. It's a whole new game through 3.5. So a whole new game here in life for the right-hander Service, who's 2 for 2 with the bat in his hands, and now all of a sudden he's the pitcher with less hits allowed against him. But he's yet to endeavor on his 4th inning of work. He'll do so here. And he's got 5, 6, 7 in the order. Carlson, Tyler Pengele, and Charlie White. This is the part of the order that couldn't help but bouncing into near double plays. First pitch strike from Service. 1 run in the first belonged to the Braves, and the tying run in the previous frame as this is fouled back. Quick 0-2. Shake off, 2 of them, 3, 4. We're on the 5th pitch. And that curveball was short of the plate.
And we've seen some clutch defensive plays. That last inning double play, we had the diving catch by the Islanders in center field that probably saved a run. These are two very solid defensive teams.
No errors on either side and flashy plays on top of it as this one misses, and from 0-2 to 2-2. He'll set him down. It's the first punch out here for the righty Service. There's Tyler Pengele with a quick out on the strikeout. There's a called strike. 0-1, one away via the strikeout. And quickly 0-2 for a second consecutive batter.
They must have been told to stop swinging at first pitches, and now they're all coming in as strikes.
Yeah, really, new life after it's a whole new game. This is a bouncer to second, another clean glove work play, and a quick 2-out strikeout, 4-3 bounce out. And it's up to Agent Zero, Charlie White. This would be a huge win if the Islanders could pull this off on the road. Braves trying to change that possible narrative, and this will bounce in for a ball. The catcher. It's a 2-0 count.
Now maybe it's just not as focused with nobody on base, but we've seen a couple balls get away from the catcher this inning. Obviously doesn't hurt now, but see if that becomes a trend or if it's just kind of two little outliers while it doesn't matter.
They'll have to shape up if one more ball is tossed here. It's 3-0. And he'll stay put right after the bat toss. It's not buying you much capital as the opposing catcher. I think it was an unfortunate show up of the ump,
It was a little bit of a late call. I don't think it's a big deal.
Agreed. Foul back. .318. I thought we'd see more deep fly balls. It's been all bounce outs and the one double for Novak, the one run for Sueur. As that'll be a he looks back this time and makes sure it was a walk, and he will be issued the free pass.
Got to be sure. Yeah, we had the one early off the sign.
Right.
And then the other caught near the warning track. So we've had two that have gotten hold of it a little bit, but not much power here today.
So the dreaded 2-out pass, free pass that is, now to the stretch, and totally fooled him there on the changeup. He's got a good mix.
A really nice block.
Yep. So yeah, he's saved all his energy for runners on base now as he'll block that, keep the runner at bay. He's got the opposing catcher on at first, and he will be left there, assuming the pop-up on the infield is caught, which it is. Those two nearly collide. Softly, everyone's all right. A 1-1 tie, and all of a sudden momentum has shifted to the Gaylord side here on the Town Ball Tour on the Fox local app. 4 innings in the books in the Sueur, and it's a 1-1 tie. We're back where we started. 1-run game after 1, and then the tie-up occurred in the top of the 4th, and we'll see if Gregerson squared things away as he will look to put that inning behind him. He's now surrendered 5 hits. Just 1 run across. Low-scoring affair. A lot of ground balls, a couple of fly balls. We had the double, but some superb defense kind of taking precedent here as the lights have popped on. The temperature is cooled, and we're off and running now. I think he's going to regret that first pitch swinging because it is popped up right to the right side of the mound. Looked like Gregerson wanted it. Pitchers always want some fielding work, but he's called off by his third baseman. So that is a 1-pitch out of very easy fashion, and we'll see if that can start something here for Gregerson, who seems to work with consistency. He's got the 1-2-3 frames, the 1-2-3 frames, and it won't be a 1-2-3 frame here. As first pitch swinging again, this time it's lined up, shot out to center for the 6th hit. All singles off the Islander bats. Last time a single occurred, 4 of them happened in a row. That was snapped by the final out on the double play, and then the pop out. But back here with a single and now a look over to first. So that was Aaron Dice, who is aboard and flips the order over for Drexler. Who takes strike. Waits on another one here. Another throw. He's got a good pickoff move.
Yeah, we haven't seen a lot of base running, but you never know.
Pitch home. Up the middle again. Boy, they're squaring up that fastball when they get it. And another single. It's their 7th. Drexler aboard. And a conversation. So when the singles occur, they start to come in droves. And a tough part of the order to be dealing with. It's number 2 batter Colin Grahams. Did strike out his first at bat. Here he's looking for the first Gaylord lead. Another packed house here on the Town Ball Tour. Whoa, chin music. 1-0. It's really the first sign we've seen of lack of command on that pitch. Everything's right around the plate. It looked like he wanted it. He laid off, and it's quickly 2-0. Things compounding here since the 1-out single. With 1 away, back-to-back singles. Now 7 hits against him. And a strike.
Nice job working the inside part of that plate. Especially after that first pitch, kind of lost the command, not afraid to go back inside.
Went right back to it, executed. Now he's quickly set. Big 2-1 pitch. And he came inside again, and this time it got him.
Or did it? And now
There was a pause there. He will indeed be called as hit by the pitch, and they're loaded up. So 1 away.
A double play in the same situation last inning. Can they pull another rabbit out of the hat is the question.
There is Rodning. was the man that started the single party in the last frame and takes a strike. So it goes right back inside again. In on the grass at first. A little bit more even with the bag at third. Oh, 1. 0-2. So a nice pitch sequence to jump out in front quickly. And now he's kind of in control, if you could be in control, so to speak, with the bases loaded. But sees this at bat indeed. The 0-2 on its way. Stays alive with a protective contact swing. Pitch. Nice block. It's going to be 1-2. Pretty good confidence in his catcher to be able to throw that pitch and trust that his catcher's going to block it from him. That's not the ball game, but that's a very important run that could have come across. So it's 1-2. What does he go to here? Got him out in front. Fouled it off himself, then hit the bottom of the bat, the ground, and then bounced back up and caught him in the chest.
I was going to say, it looked like it almost was
fair.
Back up in his face.
Yeah. It's really
almost fair.
Yeah, it's choked up on the bat here with 2 strikes. Real old school, trying to just push something out there, protect the plate, pitch home. Did just that. Oh, they're playing in. Who's going to get this? Shortstop calls off his third baseman, who just takes a dive in front of him, much to the amusement of the shortstop, who makes the play and a huge out. That's a pop out to Pengoli. And he looked like he was ready to fire, too, should anyone try him. They did not. 2 away.
Yeah, just about the best possible outcome you could have had there outside of maybe a strikeout. Big clutch out, kept it in the infield. No one was able to go anywhere.
And for as many hits as they're piling up, the left on base are about to balloon if they don't get something here. First pitch ball. And this is Eric Getch. Singled his last at bat amidst the barrage of base knocks. 1-0. Is a strike.
Really nice breaking pitch.
They want to talk about things after that pitch, even though it was very solid. It's a quick conversation. See what that is, conclusion that has come to. Looked like there was some action in the Brave pen, so keep an eye on that as we are into the 5th. And he gets the call at the knees. 2 strikes. Pitch here. It's 1-2, 2 outs. They're loaded. 1-1 game. Righty deals high. It's above the letters.
Yes, a lot of times at 2 strikes, you put that fastball up by the eyes. You hope that they'll chase it upstairs. Good plate discipline.
Running out of pitches to spare, though, now as it's 2-2 after he doesn't chase. Oh, he got him. He went back to the knee-high fastball. And it's the same pitch it got called a strike on, much to the disbelief of Getch. But it is strike 3 called, and add 3 more to the left on base tally. We're still tied at 1, halfway home at Bruce Frank Field. right, so we press on. The chess match continues. It is 1-1. And gaining confidence by the inning pitched is Brady Service. First pitch swinging, pop up. This is going to be the same method of out for each team to start their fifth. So that'll be a pop up to the catcher. Foul territory. And now it'll be the third time through the Brave order. And after Novak doubled and scored the lone Brave run to lead off the first, seems like Service has started to figure out this lineup a little bit as this game has gone on. Sounded like a broken bat. It's a slow dribbler to second base and 2 pitches, 2 outs. It's an opposing manager's dream, is it not? Sometimes you're thinking, all right, how's this inning going to go? I might have the bullpen phone close to me. Now you've got almost a free inning here. 2 pitches. Can he keep it going? Wisely taking pitch 1 of the at-bat. It was not close. He was just testing them, right? He said, hey, are they swinging at everything? Rolls one in. 1-0. Another one low. 2-0. 2 outs. A nice sunset here. Still a little moist, but certainly better than what could have been. I cannot complain. Pitch home. Oh, he wanted it. He did not go. He almost fell over, but it's 3-0.
They didn't look back that time.
Did not look back that time. We had 2 pitches, 2 outs, and then a 4-pitch walk. So there you go. It's a bizarro inning, and the dreaded 2-out walk gives a chance here.
You don't mind that as much as the leadoff walk.
Right.
A lot more ways out.
Out away from posting 5 innings of 1-run ball. Both runs surrendered were earned as we've had a flawless game defensively from both sides. Very intriguing batting stance here for the new man in. And it's Colin Grams, who almost is standing on top of each foot. I mean, there is no, and then he interesting, he loads right as the pitcher's throwing. Seems to be kind of hard to turn on a fastball with that, but if he makes it work, he makes it work.
And that's the thing that you miss from the good old days of baseball, is that there used to be a lot of variations and unique stances. Now, with all the coaching and you see, usually it's pretty homogenous, but always nice to see someone who does something a little unorthodox.
Right. Now it's just, hey, uppercut swing, swing for the fences, hit homers. Here it's a strikeout looking, so he was looking at all those pitches with his orthodox, unorthodox stance, but it turns against him as he's watching strike 3. We're through 5 here in Sueur. It's 1-1. What a ball game. Gregerson is going to be out for his 6th inning of work, looking for a quality start. As of right now, nobody in line for the victory. We're tied up at 1. He surrendered 7 hits. All have been for 1 base. He just stranded the bases loaded 2 times in a row, a double play. And then a pop out and a strikeout looking at the knees. He was fired up after that. A perfectly executed pitch. And here we go for his 6th inning of work. He's going to begin with the middle of the order. 5, 6, 7. Carlson swings at the first pitch. It's fouled back.
I'm sure it excites him that he's gotten out of 2 tough jams, but certainly you don't want to get too reliant on that. Trying to get that leadoff batter, get back into a kind of rhythm here.
After the foul ball strike, it's a ditto foul ball strike. 0-2. Almost fully under the lights here. Kind of that beautiful dusk time. Pitch is off the end of the bat, cued. That looks like what my sandwich is going to be doing tomorrow. Just dribbling in the thick rough. It's hit 90 degrees to the left.
If I was golfing, it would probably just stay in the rough or the sand, wherever I was trying to use it. At least you would get out.
Don't want to lose this runner after the 0-2 count. Ball 1 there after the foul ball. 1-2 is away. 2-2. Two-two pitch. Oh, he lined it up, and it's another single. Boy, they were waiting on the fastball. Got it. Leadoff single. 8th single against Gregerson. And a go-ahead run aboard with nobody out.
Yeah, just nice job not getting impatient or chasing any bad pitches after getting down 0-2. Worked back and able to come through in a big spot.
Yeah, real nice at bat for the designated hitter, Carlson. And Gregerson back to being preoccupied with the runner at first base. As stepping in is opposing pitcher Service, and these two have been dueling. Service has actually gotten him, they say low here, for 2 singles in as many at bats. And we know these singles have come in bunches. You made the point, Logan, not much running. Just looked over at the signs at third, and it draws a throw. So maybe we'll see perhaps the first aggressiveness on the pace paths.
We saw a couple attempts early, but really have just kind of slowed it down and not taking any risks the way that the game's going.
Strike called 1-1 was not going on that play. Obviously, there was no throw down. A quick throw, though, and this is going to just stay in the area which the runner was not enticed to take off.
They're clearly concerned about the runner on, so he must have some speed.
With 8 hits, I'd be concerned not trying to surrender another one here with nobody out. Now he goes, and it's a swing and a miss. Throw is a little bit high and behind. Great jump and a successful stolen base. The hit and run, I believe, was on as he swung through the second strike. And he had the jump and the speed necessary to get through it regardless of the contact at the plate. 1-2, though, it remains here at home. Yeah, it's the same guy, Service. They just announced it twice. It's 1-2. And it's Service. Boy, I thought that was maybe a bad read in center. It had him backtracking after initially going forward, and it luckily does not go over his head. The catch is made, and staying put at second. Nesbitt puts it away. Here's Ebert, so that's a big first out. Single stolen bag, and then a kind of a line out to center in which no one could move.
That was about as deep a contact as we've seen from the Islanders here today.
Yeah, certainly from the early innings, too, on both sides, as all of a sudden the bats, the Braves have fizzled a little bit. They had their 4 hits all in the first 2 innings, so, man, kudos to Service, who just got retired for the first time at the plate on that lineup. And it'll be strike 1, 0-1. Real good game. Not saying the last one in Elko was not, but that one was, you know, kind of over by the second inning. This one is coming down to possibly the final. 0-2.
I would say, if nothing else, this is the cleanest game we've seen. There's been no errors. Defense has been good. Pitching's been good. What have we had? 1, 2, maybe walks. No free bases. Everyone's had to earn it.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. It's been really high-level baseball. Chess match continuing. That's a pitch up. And I think the Islanders have certainly achieved, well, you know, the pitch. They've been jumping on a lot of pitches, getting singles, but they have worked the count, too. So the pitch count is up. Saw that minor action in the Braves' pen, but then Gregerson came right back out. And this is blooping. Oh, what a reaching grab. He snow-coned it on the outfield grass, ranging to his left, full sprint. And he's going to steal a hit there with an incredible play. Brandon Colbert snares away what could have been the 9th hit.
More phenomenal defense. It's been phenomenal defensive play after phenomenal defensive play, making it just so difficult to score runs. This is the 3rd inning that Gaylord has had at least one runner in scoring position. You just wonder how many more chances you're going to get if you can't cash one in here.
That was a leadoff single, too. Now he's been stayed at second after the line out and then another line out. And he had to play close to the bag, right, in case a pickoff is on or something of the sort. So he was, you know, really out of the position for the play and made that incredible read and great play. Yeah, the superb defense, you know, there have been highlights here. Still a chance. A single's going to score a run. And running with 2 outs more than likely. They are playing a little bit shallow and right. That would be probably where you kind of get a little look when you're rounding third. But really deep for left and center for the righty hitter at the plate. So we'll see. Pretty good sized lead at second, too. He takes off for third. Oh, to catch him napping. What a stolen bag. He slides in safely. He got a huge lead. Nobody was daring him on it. Just took off. I don't even know if his coach, that could have just been a player field type thing. What a play.
Now we know why they cared so much with all those pickoff plays. What a jump and a gutsy call and stolen base.
He almost beat the standing third baseman to the bag for the tag. It turned out to be a closer play than I originally thought, with a nice snap throw from the catcher. But now a wild pitch is in play, and it's a moot point. Frozen on the bender. Are they talking back and forth? Wow, a little jawing after the strikeout. Strands another runner at third. Things are getting good here in Sueur. It's 1-1. Here's Ted Hone, huge strikeout. There have been some really nice strikeouts from Gregerson to end innings with runners in threatening scoring position. He's up to 6 punch-outs now, and 5 have been looking, which is incredible. So he is certainly using that to his advantage, his command. Here's a strike to Hone. Talk about dialed in. Since that first inning run against, it has been the service show as he is working 2 quick strikes. And now one high. Did not chase. Hone, Carlson, Pengele, Tyler. Yep, rung up. That pitch has been a strike all night. It will set Hone down. Second punch out for Service. Man, what's going to give here? 1-1. Bottom 6 now. Every time it seems one team is going to wrestle the lead away, it evaporates. The other team makes a play. Competitive juice is flowing. 2 high-level teams going at it. Ball 1 here.
You wonder if it's going to come down to one player makes an error at some point and it just costs them at a crucial time.
And none of these guys want to be that guy. We've seen elite defenders on both sides. They're looking if maybe a bunt's on here. Now that looks, obviously with 2 strikes, they'll head back. But there was some creeping in at third. And swinging away, back-to-back strikeouts, up to 3 now. So not really showing strikeout stuff, but he is just in such a groove right now. He is mowing down the middle of the order.
Yeah, Service must have been listening. There's no errors if I just punch everybody out.
Right. And he's looking at a very quick bottom of the 6th. Can he take care of Tyler Pengele? This middle of the order's had a tough go for the Braves as they remain hitless so far. And again, the Braves, I mentioned it before, all 4 hits came in the first 2 innings. Popped foul, this will get out of play. 1-1, 2 away. Looking at another 1-2-3. This time in the bottom of the 6th. Just caught a piece. It'll be strike 2.
Yeah, he was just caught completely off balance. That was a beautiful pitch.
He's got that 5-pitch mix. He's going through all of them with his catcher almost every pitch until he finds the one. And this is a sky-high fly ball. Shallow right field, caught a 1-2-3 inning. First play made in the field after 2 strikeouts and rolling since that first inning. It is a 1-1 tie game. We're still tied at 1 here at Bruce Frank Field. 1 run in the first for the home side, and then the tie came in the top of the 4th. So that'll close things out for Nathan Gregerson. We've got a move to the bullpen as Gregerson finishes with 5 innings of work, 1 run on 8 hits. So the 8 hits certainly piled up. At one point he gave up 4 strung together in a row. That's when the run came home to tie it, but then he was able to get out of it with the double play ball. So this is Jordan Snell, who is going to be just a straight pitching substitution here. Let's see if Gregerson went in the field. I don't think he did, because 1, I'm not seeing him, obviously, and then 2, their defense already lined up.
Well, we know Gregerson, no matter what happens here, he had a town ball tour game to be proud of. Pitched really well.
Yeah, certainly. And no decision. I should give him the full 6 innings. I'm sorry, I was looking at the scoreboard. So he does get the quality start. So 6 innings, he'll leave with a no decision, unfortunately for him. But he'll look and turn things over to his teammates, looking to try to get the victory all the same. So we are in the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch imminent. And we'll see if Gaylord can break through. They have not led this game.
If they lose, they're going to look at the runners left on. And they've had the bases loaded twice with 1 out. Didn't bring 1 across in either situation. And then had the scorer, the runner on second with 1 out as well. Just haven't been able to come up with that clutch hit yet.
Yet, indeed, Snell showing a lively fastball. And he has really got them a little bit behind that from their prior experience with the fastball. See if he goes right back 2 or 3 in a row. He does indeed. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
I think the catcher said, how do you think the kid feels about the old number 1 right there?
He just threw down the 1 finger again. So both pitching staffs excellent. We have yet to see the next man up after service. Maybe 6th inning is the inning. We'll
but he's had so many 1-pitch outs.
Oh, yeah, he's in a groove right now, too. I imagine we'll see him out there. But time will tell. First pitch ball here. As opposed to Gregerson, this is a wind-up starter for the righty, who takes a high bouncer to third. Pretty easy play there. Got him out by a mile. Went right to his kind of glove chest high, and the 5-3 putout is made by Novak. He's got the lone extra base hit for the Braves, searching for hitting answers since the first 2 innings.
A nice job by the third baseman there. Didn't try to rush the throw. Knew that it was hit hard enough. He had the high hop. He had time, and just kind of made sure the throw was accurate instead of trying to hurry it and potentially losing accuracy.
Strike called. Snell working on his first inning of relief, and he's working on a nice start. 2 quick outs, 1-1 count here. Make it 1-2.
That is quite the leg kick on the windup. Full extension almost.
Yeah, that's old school. Just caught a piece. He's almost kicking himself in the forehead sometimes when the top of his foot gets up there.
Gets a lot of velocity.
Pitch home. Bouncer to third, foul. Almost tried to kick back fair, but regardless, that would be simply remaining at strike 2. Yeah, field looks incredible.
Crowd staying on hand. Why wouldn't they? It's been a great game, but.
And you said it, getting outside on a gorgeous evening, not having to deal with the rain, catching a good ball game.
And I was talking to some of the locals here, asking what it's like. They do have. Get back to that in a minute.
Yeah, it's going to be a low throw, but he picks it up off his shoe tops. So 2 high bouncers to third, and it's put away by Novak. Both pitchers 1, 2, 3 frames. 7th inning stretch time, 1-1. So here's Wyke as one team is looking to break through bottom 7 and out for a 7th inning of work after his counterpart stopped at 6. It's another first pitch pop-up. This looks like it's going to stay in play. It's caught. So initially, it could have been a little bit hard to see that that was going to stay in for the catcher, and Rodning pounces up, and then Service was going to go get it himself because he sensed a little bit of peril there with his catcher. He was able to move over in front of the dugout, pretty much right in front of our view here, make the catch. Another one pitch out. That's a huge part of why he's still out there.
We don't have pitch count or exact number of one pitch out, but it has to at least be 5 or 6.
Indeed. This one is bounced in 1-0. And getting a piece, 1-1. Braves bats have gone silent from those first 2 frames. A lot of that has been building confidence here with Mr. 5-pitch mix himself. Oh, he got him to pull the string on him. That's a pretty good strikeout pitch here. It'll just be strike 2.
See if he goes back to it.
1 shake, 1 nod. I think he did. This was a little bit more low, 2-2. Wave and a miss. That'll set him down. 4th punch out. Had him completely off kilter. Finishing with 6 Ks was Gregerson. New batter in. It's Tristan O'Brien, bottom of the order, strike 1. So for innings 8 and 9, theoretically, if they don't get a board here, they're going to have the top of the order to work with, trying to walk this off. Pitch outside. And at this rate, I don't see why Service doesn't go out for an 8th. Maybe this is why. Single, the drought ends. And setting the table for the top of the order, O'Brien scores, singles, hoping to score what would be the go-ahead run. He's on at first base.
Feels like a score almost, the way Service has been pitching.
Yeah, no kidding. Double from Novak, Nesbitt the single, Carlson the single, and then nothing until the O'Brien single. 2 outs. 2-out single. Top of the order. Here's the extra base hit of the game for the Braves, and he'll take strike 1. And we're back to the dance at first.
Made him get his uniform dirty, but plenty of time on that one. First after the ball in the dirt. Fouled away. Real nice pink sky throughout the course of this game. Still kind of light out. Still light out, still no wind.
Yeah.
I think this is about the longest I've ever seen anywhere in Minnesota with no wind.
Yeah, it's just a little pocket here of just nothing. So good at bat here, working it even. 2s around. 2 and 2 with 2 away. Runner on first. And a chopper. Oh, it took a nasty hop past the diving third baseman. Back-to-back 2-out singles. So second hit for Novak. And in the business are the Braves. Now, thoughts being processed in the dugout of just how much longer, maybe running out of gas here for your right-hander. fourth time through the order, too. Now they're starting to see him a little bit, and here comes the conversation. As here's Nesbitt, who owns one of the now 6 hits. And is this just a conversation? I think for the moment, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're blasting it out to center field deep. A couple loop singles. They're not hitting him hard. You can't have every inning be a clean sheet, so I would expect that they let him try to fight through this at least for one more batter, if not more.
They are indeed going to allow that, and still being out hit 8-6. But we will see if that changes here after the back-to-back singles. Yeah, they had the 4 hits in 2 innings and then nothing. Just a string of zeros. 5 straight zeros, and there was 4 without a hit. Now here we go. 2-batter up. Looking at the first pitch and swinging through it, 0-1. Pitch home is low. So Service in his first trouble since the 2nd inning. All have come with 2 outs. Back-to-back singles from 9-1, and a great play to keep the runners at first and second. A little back pick there from Rodnick.
We talked about that a couple innings back when probably just got a little unfocused with nobody on base. That was a really tough block to keep those runners from both being in scoring position.
Yeah, moving to his right, backhanding it like he's a first baseman or an infielder, and this is fouled away. 2-2. Tense moment. I mean, bottom 7. This would be a backbreaker after fighting the whole game to get back, and this is a slow roller, not the easiest of plays. It's like when Chris Bryant had to play to win the Cubs World Series. Not as obviously as important as that, but it was a similar play. High chopper on the grass, third baseman moving to his left, just got him by a step as ruled by our lone umpire back behind home plate. It was the indeed right call by my count. We're through 7, as that'll keep us preserved at 1. So they're going to stick with guys just coming straight out of the bullpen, no defensive changes. This is going to be the 3rd pitcher of the game for Sueur. It is Caden Luna, a right-hander. Boy, I thought, how about Snell at a 1-2-3 frame? Maybe he could have gone a few, but he was just the 1-inning worker and on to the next guy. They must have a pretty solid bullpen.
Let's say, obviously, they know the team better. A little bit surprised to see that, but Maybe he's a closer type player who they just brought in early.
Or high leverage, just one guy. Yeah.
Got his one inning, burned him down, and now they're bringing in somebody that they have a little more confidence in, or just another person who can give another look.
And the stakes continue to rise. 1-1. We're running out of outs in regulation, that is, as that will miss. Ball one. So Luna follows that up with a strike. Excuse me, a strike. Another quick worker, and this is flied out to right. Who wants it? Called off on the second baseman. He's made a couple of nice plays there for Colbert, but that is the right fielder's ball, and it's put away by O'Brien.
I mean, that one was relatively routine, but we've seen a lot of teams, you know, maybe they don't have the communication between the right fielder and the second baseman. They run into each other or throw each other off the target. Nothing. Everything's just been clinical.
Yeah, that could easily be disastrous. Instead, everything has been running and firing on full cylinders. Defensively, a called strike, and now dancing out of the way of ball one. Misses.
Trying to work that inside part of the zone. Just can't quite find the corner.
2-1. This is hard hit. Out to right field. Not deep enough. It'll be caught by O'Brien for the second straight out to right field. This one about 25 to 30 yards deeper, but still very playable. Yeah, not much jump off the ball today. I thought we were going to see, like, a
little bit humid. Maybe the weather keeping it down. I don't know.
Heavy ball. You know, maybe
no wind.
Maybe it was the wind in Piers because the Buckman Billy Goats were holding their own home run derby that day. So I just figured every single game was going to be like that, especially with 350 to dead center here, 318 to left, but. Outside of the first inning, double off the high fence in right center, it's been relatively soft contact and a good pitcher's duel.
Is that our only extra base hit in the entire game?
That is correct. It belongs to Bryce Novak.
And was it the leadoff?
Bottom first leadoff batter. And he's got the only brave run. And he came across on a sac fly. Rather, a single from Pengley. That's when we were wearing a lot of hats earlier in the first inning, but now things moving smoothly and both pitchers are in a groove.
Ooh, that was close.
Yep, runs it full.
Good eyes by the batter. That one looked like it was hard to lay off.
Luna looking for a perfect inning to follow his reliever. We haven't seen too many foul balls out to the parking lot. Now that I think about it, there's one. I guess not too many lefties. Staying at 3-2. Seeing a couple our way here, first base side.
Thankful for the net.
Certainly.
And there's a rare walk.
We got time. They're going over to get new balls. I was wondering if maybe there was some question about the call on the play. Nope, just exchanging balls. And it's the dreaded 2-out walk again. Hopefully not anything that comes around to bite Luna. This is the same guy that gave him fits on the base paths before. So Colling is going to reach. And that looked to be a pitch out. So they really are concerned as catcher was fully out of his stance and just took ball one. I don't know if we're in the business of wasted pitches here in this 1-1 game. 1-0 becomes 2-0. That was not a pitch out, but was similarly pretty far off the plate. Little rosin check there for Luna, who's trying to put the finishing touches on this top of the 8th. And I think all the pickoffs belong to that of the home side there. Up into double figures with that latest. What do we got? A waxing, a waning crescent, a beautiful moon here. It's the slim one, whatever we got here, in a cloudless sky. Absolute scenes.
I don't know my lunar terminology.
Yeah. I was hoping you did, because that's above my pay grade. Under the lights at Bruce Frank Field. Pitch on. No. It is back-to-back walks for Luna. Go-ahead run in the top of the 8th is in scoring position. Third pitcher of the game for Sueur. And a mound visit between pitcher and catcher.
Story of the game for Gaylord has been stranded runners in scoring position. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but can somebody come up with the clutch hit here with 2 outs that gives the Islanders the lead, or are we going to continue to just stay with this and still, who knows, win at this point?
Well, look who's coming up, and he will take a strike. It's Service.
Trying to help out his own cause, give himself a chance at the win.
Fouls it back. So the 0-2, he's a strike away from getting through it. First and second, Luna. Oh, that hit the bat. He ducked out of the way, and the bat caught it. And I beg your pardon, Service just walked. So this is Ebert staying in there with a strike because that would have been ball 1. Instead, it remains 0-2. So Service has reached 3 out of his 4 plate appearances. And it was already 0-2, but it could have been 1-2. Not only that, as that's a swing and a miss, that could have been a wild pitch if it didn't hit his bat. Instead, again, a moot point, and again, runners left on. It's a 1-1 tie through 7.5. Anyone's game. The waxing crescent graces us. That has been fact-checked.
By a very official-looking Google image with moons with smiley faces. So you know it's legit.
Yeah, legit perfect night indeed. Real nice moon, real nice. Still pink and light out here. I feel like we're in Alaska during the dead of summer. We're north, not that north, but still a great night for baseball and a great night for a duel.
Pitching and defense has just been so good. There hasn't been a lot of long innings. Kind of a lot of the hits were really kind of grouped in 3 innings combined. Probably had 3/4 of those hits, and otherwise we've had a lot of 1, 2, 3 or 1 base runner innings.
You are right, and of the 14 combined hits, 13 have been singles. Pitch home. Here's our buddy who's got the unorthodox batting stance. Takes a first pitch swing, a little bit positioned for the righty there on the shift, but a little run over to his right hurt nobody, and it's put away for a 1-pitch out. Our guy's still out there as well as Service. If you're going to keep giving him 1-pitch outs, he might go the distance here working on his 8th inning.
Yeah, we don't have anyone keeping a pitch count for us here in the booth, but it can't be all that high.
I would personally have him in the 80s or 90s. But of course, he's working on his 8th inning, and that's pretty impressive if he's averaging about 10 to 20, 10 to 15 pitches per inning, which he is indeed doing. Look at this, 2 quick strikes again after the first pitch out. And that's why they're swinging at those first pitches, because they seemingly are all strikes. You know, he has been dotting the plate. This is pop foul out to the parking lot.
Does he have 1 or 2 walks?
He's got 1.
1? Yeah, that's remarkable.
And he's got the 4 punch outs. So again, he's just pitching to contact here. But he does have that ability to sit you down, as he tries to do here. Fought off 0-2. He will not get him here. It's a ball. Still one of those good waste pitches.
Tried to get him to chase that high fastball. Good discipline doesn't do it.
He's been so ahead in almost every count, and it's usually 0-2. That's why he's only got the 1 walk. He's going to be flirting with it here. It's full.
Usually it's a first pitch in play.
So from 0-2 to 3-2. And he got him. Strikeout number 5. And some emotion on the mound here is it's coming down to the final inning. It looks like bottom 8, 2 outs. Some coaching coming from the dugout here as we get a pinch hitter for the Braves, and the scouting report calls for speed, as I just heard barked from underneath us. So they're saying quickly get this ball out. They are almost even with the pitcher's mound at third, as they're I never get the drag bunt with 2 outs. It makes no sense to me, but you see it still.
Yes, if you got that kind of speed, I feel like if they're playing in like this, you know, that at least takes it off the.
If you can catch it
off the yeah, it's an element of surprise thing, and they're not going to be surprised by this.
They will not be surprised, but they might get a hit out of it. He was so far in, he blooped it, and that was a fly ball to the infield dirt for a single. He blooped it over the third baseman's head. He was playing almost even with the mound visit, and he's looking at his analytics department like, what the heck? It's a single.
That's why you put that guy in. You have to play in that gives you more margin for error. If you do come up with a bloop, hard to get there, and perfectly executed, whether that was the initial plan or not.
And based on the fear I could feel from underneath us with this guy's speed, this is a guy you do not want to deal with on the base paths, and that's the go-ahead run. Here's the first Gaylord pickoff attempt, and he's back in safely. So Ethan Hathaway pinch hits, gets the bloop single, which you don't see too often. Like, imagine how that looked on Gamecast. Fly ball to the infield dirt. I guess it would be considered more of a soft liner, but usually very catchable from normal positioning for third baseman. Another nice block behind the plate.
I was going to say, anything off to the side with the runner on with that kind of speed, he'd be running. Have to keep it right in front of you. No bobbles. Great job.
1-1. Back to throwing strikes, 1-2. So he gives up the bloop single at 2 outs, and again working on his 8th inning. He's a little thorn in his side. He has to pitch to one more batter, but he's got 2 strikes on him, and it'll go to 2-2. No running. Usually you want to take care of that too early in the at-bat so the batter can focus, but now 2-2. Oh, quick throw over. Obviously one more ball and he gets a head start for free. But maybe they want to go a ball earlier. And there's a quick throw over that had him back. Time called at the plate in the meantime as well. 2-2. Yeah, the head start, if this should be a ball, it, once again, a moot point. They go the short way. It's a 6-4 put out at second. Nothing made it the 2-out bloop single by pinch hitter Ethan Hathaway. We're here. We're at the 9th. Still to be decided. Ninth inning, it's going to be the 4th pitcher of the game. So after the 6 innings from Gregerson, they used Snell for an inning. They used Caden Luna for an inning. And now they are on to Cole Pengilly, who was the shortstop. So this is our first defensive alignment changes. So Pengilly comes to the mound from shortstop. Taking over at short is Bryce Novak, who was the third baseman. He slides over to up the middle. Moving from second to third is the guy who's made some nifty plays on the infield, Colbert, Brandon Colbert. He made that snow-cone line drive catch. Now we'll see his talents at the hot corner. And then coming in at second base, as this pitch is high at the letters, as Pengilly now deals. This is Cole. Tyler's still out in left. Foul tip. Cole is a quick worker.
Nobody worrying about the pitch clock in town ball.
No. And nowadays they're teaching it, you know, it's almost like the next generation of baseball players are just going to have that pitch clock almost ingrained in their brains, right? They're all just going to be quick workers. I think it was a smart thing baseball did. It was weird at first, but I think it was for the better. 1 and 2. Next we're going to have, I mean, this can't come fast enough. Robot umps, I'm sorry. I mean, I love each and every one of our umpires here. Of course, we're down to 1 in this game, and the shortage is real. As nearly made a play. Oh, he couldn't make it. It's our first possible defensive blunder, if you could call it that. It looks like he was thrown off a little bit. I don't know if Pengilly got a piece of that, but he could not make the slow rolling.
They ruled an infield hit. Would have been a tough play.
Yeah.
Probably was makeable, but certainly not an easy route or routine play in any way. Now that leadoff runner on.
And nobody out. Bunt, pushed foul.
We haven't seen anybody really try to play small ball. That's the first attempted bunt we've seen today. And, you know, we've had a couple spots where we've had that guy on second with 1 out, try to move him to third. No one's ever trying to do that.
Top of the order.
Doesn't seem to have hurt anything.
Yeah, Connor Dice just singled, and now his namesake can't move him to second. What a heads-up play. As Pengilly, looking like a shortstop there off the mound, just made a routine play to second, got the lead runner.
Yeah, that's a gutsy call. If it doesn't happen, I mean, that's the type of play that can lose the game, but made the big-time play. That's the type of play that can win a game.
Nice cover at second base, too, fresh off the field as well, as taking over at second base. That's going to be, yeah, so fresh off the pine, Bruce is going to make that play by covering second. And then it's Connor Dice who's being replaced by Aaron Dice as that bunt came around to bite him. 1 out. So top of the order, they were hoping a runner was on second with 1 out. Instead, it's at first. And here's Drexler, who has singled today, one of the 9. Did they get a pinch runner at first? This is going to miss.
They did, number 20.
Yeah, so they're going to get some speed at first. Wolverton, fresh off the pine as well. And we'll see how his legs work. He's got picked off. He got picked off. What a move. I mean, you're almost showing your hand there. You put the speedy guy in. He's taking a big lead. He's not fresh. And the Braves, not only 2 back-to-back great plays, cutting down the man at second on the bunt and then picking off the pinch runner who was that guy at first. And now all of a sudden, 2 outs away from getting a chance to walk it off at home in front of your home fans. Wow. Excellent pickoff move. Just completely froze him. Deer in headlights, and Wolverton could not get back in time. I mean, the ball was at the base as he was clawing his way back.
Yeah, just kind of looked like almost like a cleat got stuck or something, and it just didn't dive in time.
Or he was about to go.
Yeah.
Like he was about to take off.
Caught him leaning.
And back to quick working. Wait, was that a called strike? Regardless, it was a strikeout. It looked like he tried to go around, and then the umpire ran him up like it was at the knees. And regardless, it'll be a strikeout. So it comes down to this, a chance to win it at home. Otherwise, extras on the horizon. And the final total on another unfortunate no decision. This one will belong to Service as he departs after 8 innings of work. He scattered 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, just the 1 walk. And his new man on the mound, it'll be Adam Arnst. And I wonder if he would have got the 9th if it wasn't for that 2-out single that maybe elongated things, probably brought him closer to 100. You know, revisionist history, so to speak. So it'll be up to Arnst, and he will deal with the Braves, who have a chance to score 1 in the 1st and 9th. Could it be?
They have the top of the order up, so that's what it looked like in the bottom of the 1st. Can they repeat history? There's your Captain Obvious comment of the game.
Pitch home. So this is going to be another pinch hitter. It's Logan Feeney.
It's not the same then. I take it all back.
So trying to get something going here. The pinch hitter worked with Hathaway earlier. Here it's a bouncer up the middle for a single. It's another pinch hit single for the Braves, and this time it's Logan Feeney.
One of the things Service was so good at is there were very few leadoff guys that got on outside of, I think, that first inning when they scored and had that extra base hit.
Here is now third baseman Brandon Colbert. Made the move after the latest pitching change brought the shortstop in. So our first look at Arnst, and a hit right back up the middle, pretty sharply hit at that. Now here's Colbert. It's O'Brien on deck. and they're thinking bunt. And they're trying to get a pick off of their own. So Feeney, again, we'll see. He's got the old oven mitt on the left hand if he wants to do some running. So the last guy come off the bench. Oh, he's giving a couple flinches. Showing bunt, pulling it back. Now it gets away. And he'll take off for the winning run to be put in scoring position without an out. That's a wild pitch. And from bad to worse for the first reliever of the game for Gaylord, as Arnst is all of a sudden going to have to clutch up here. It's 1-0.
And now do you think about trying to put a bunt down, get that guy to third, put him in sack fly situation where anything in the outfield wins the game? Or do you just rely on a guy with some speed and scoring position?
He was swinging away there and takes a strike. So, yeah, I think what you just laid out is a no-brainer to me now. They just gave, a huge break. I think you take third, but who knows? Now you got to cover third, too. Now here's the bunt. It's a great one. It's a beauty. And a throw to first. It's thrown away. Here comes the game-winning run. It was a perfect offensive game all 9 innings until it wasn't to win it. The first error of the game on the first reliever, Arnst, and E1 to end it. It's 2-1. Sueur wins it here at home.
What a perfectly played bunt. That's one of those where it's easy to say for us up here, but on the third baseman charging in, you got to eat that. It's too much risk with the runner on third. Give your defense a chance that's played so well all game, but obviously can't blame anyone in that situation, but it was a really, really fun game.
Real fun game indeed. Logan Feeney, arguably the hero, right? He comes fresh off the bench, pitch hits in the big spot, gets the single, has eyes on the catcher, sees that ball, gets away, gives second base, which allows the bunt to be in play and make a really good play because that puts the third baseman having to cover a potential steal or the bunt being put down and the ball coming to him. And the pitcher, Arnst, throws it. He should have held on to it, but again, it's a moot point as he'll toss it right by his first baseman, and the first error of the game commits the final deed and allows the Braves to take home a home victory, and that's heartbreak for an 0-3 Gaylord team. I mean, they were that close, right? A league victory at that slips away.
Certainly something you can build on going forward throughout the season. We will be off next week on the Town Ball Tour, but we'll be back in 2 weeks to finish it off at Eden Valley. So should be fun, and it'll be, once again, you on the call.
All right, I look forward to that. So, yeah, we're off next week, 2 Wednesdays from now, alongside Logan Anderson, our guy Curtis behind the camera. Thanks to Dawn Mitchell as well. And I'm Dylan Corbett, a thriller in 9 innings, a walk-off error for Sueur.